This is what we've done this week. It's looking absolutely beautiful now. It's a taupe and cream polished plaster blend with a subtle amount of gold leaf just running through in a few little bits. Everything's shined up now, so as usual, we're going to rewind it back and show you a little bit of our process. I need to zoom in, to be fair. Yeah. So this what we're on this week, we've just primed it. I've not filmed getting the primer on because it's super boring. Primer's still a little bit tacky. Everything's sheeted up, and what we're doing is a polished colour blend all the way down. One of our sort of famous designs, nice and neutral one. So the client's got a few ideas. They've just said to us, we're going to leave you to make the design. So I've got my few different colours, my browns, yellows, that kind of colours. And we're going for taupes and creamy sort of vibes with this one. So we've got a taupe sofa, a cream sofa. We might be doing a champagne colour on the ceiling as well, but we're not sure yet. So I'm just mixing the colours up. So this is one of the base colours, so it's sort of like a light champagne cream, similar to that sofa over there. The colours for this base don't matter too much because they're going to get covered. It just gives us a good idea of what colours we're going for, and then we can change it for the next coats if needed. So we're about to get this base on now. So the base coat's on the wall now, it's still drying, you can see it's quite patchy. While we've got the base colour on and drying, we're going to mix up the other colours. So that's the base coat colour, which is matching the sofa over there, as similar as we can get. This is the taupe colour, which is matching the bigger sofas. And now I'm going to make a colour which is in between the two, just so when we're running the blends through, it mixes. So for this, I mix everything by eye. So we've got a little bit of oxide yellow, a drop of red, otherwise the yellow becomes too yellow, and then just to bring it down a bit of darkness, a teeny bit of black. This won't be exact yet, but I'm going to mix it up, see where we get to, and then add more if necessary. So we've mixed that bit up now, and you can see we've not quite got the yellowish colour in there that we need, the beige colour, so we're going to add a little bit more yellow oxide and a teeny bit more black. So we've just finished up on the first day of the job. I've put the second coat on, I marbled the second coat. Usually we don't marble the second coat, we just put it on in one colour. But I've done this because then we can see the design, we can see what colours we want in there. Maybe a little bit more of these darker colours, but we'll see how it dries. And as you can see, it's an absolutely massive wall. So first thing tomorrow, sand it down and then get on with the third coat in small sections, getting the blend fully done. So we're halfway through putting the third coat on now. What we've done is we've got half of the wall done and polished, so you can see as the camera moves, we've got a really decent shine, and the key to that is taking it slow and doing little bits at a time. This has taken about 2 hours to get up to half of the wall, and what we do is we're putting all the product on and then going over with the smallishing, burnishing spatula and the burnishing trowel to polish it up. When I mean polishing it up, what we're doing is we're applying pressure with the trowel, and that's what polishes the product. So one of us is going on and putting the product on, and then the other one's coming behind and polishing. It's a slow process, but that's what gets the super high shine. So the whole wall's on now. What I'm doing now is finishing off doing the burnishing. So what we do, we work small areas at a time, use like a little triangle that size, put it on, burnish it, move on. We have 3 shapes moving at the same time. And now everything is done, I'm just going around and looking for any dull bits and then burnishing them up. What I mean by burnishing is using this, which is a burnishing trowel, and then applying pressure to the wall because it's a small blade. And it does similar to when you scuff matte paint kind of thing. We're sort of pressurising the surface and that adds a little bit of a shine to it. So I'm just going around now catching any little bits, and then we're going to polish it up properly tomorrow with 1,000 pads and stuff and put a little amount of gold leaf in it. So we're on the last day of the job now. We've got it on. I'm just about to polish it up using the flex. So with this, we're going to start off with a 1,000 pad and then work our way up with a 4,000 pad, which will give it a super high shine, and then we're ready for the gold leaf. So I'm just finishing up putting the gold leaf on now. What I've done is I've put the gilding paste on first, and then now the gilding paste has been on for a little amount of time. We've got gold leaf sheets already cut up, and we just tap it on. We get a lot of people asking how we do the gold leaf, but I'm not going to tell you in detail. If you want to do it in detail, you can book one of my online courses, which are linked in the description below me. So we've been driving for about 4.5 hours now, and we're still nowhere near home, and it's just started snowing. So we've got about 40 minutes left, hopefully. But usually it's road shut, so we shall see.